Welcome to Pythian's webinar series. Today our topic is when to invest in the cloud and what to consider. I'm joined by one of Pythian's cloud experts, Chris Presley. In a Q&A style, we will answer a few questions for companies who are still planning their way to the cloud. But before we start, Chris will give us a short introduction about himself and Pythian's experience with the cloud.
Thank you, Stephanie. My name is Chris Presley. I'm a solutions architect with Pythian. I've worked with Pythian for about 8 years now in a variety of capacities, mostly with Microsoft technologies. Pythian specializes in helping companies adopt disruptive technologies. When it comes to our experience with the leveraging cloud technologies, we are platform independent, vendor agnostic company providing services. We can and have helped organizations look at cloud-based technologies, figure out how to best to leverage those technologies, adopt the technologies, and then support the technologies on a go-forward basis.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thanks so much, Chris. So as most companies start adopting the cloud, how would you describe the different levels of adoption?
Sure. So Forrester Research told us that there are 3 levels of market adoption, and I really agree with this observation. 1 is no adoption, 2 is a little adoption, and then 3 is 100% in the cloud or even born in the cloud. So no adoption, pretty obvious. That's a customer who's not adopting the cloud at all, and I'm really talking about data services, not necessarily outsourced web-based email or things like that. There are some very legitimate cases for this. We have industries where they have applications, data that never leaves the confines of their corporate network or possibly even a single room. So very, very valid if maybe you work in defense or some sort of high secret type environment. And then there's a little adoption, and I think that this is where most tier 2 and 3, actually just most organizations are. We've got a little bit of it out there, they're using it for something, maybe a little dev, a little test, or kind of playing around and that kind of thing, or maybe a little bit more adoption, some low priority applications are there. And I think that there's a lot of people here. But what we're also seeing is this born in the cloud. So, and this is a lot of your startups are being born in the cloud. They don't have to lay out the big expenditures for, large infrastructure. They can scale up and down as they need it. They can kind of grow. The cloud will allow them to grow very efficiently, and it's very cost effective because they're only paying for what they're using. And so that's we have a lot of organizations starting who have never had their own data center.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today, Chris. So to wrap this up, I want to simply remind the audience that whether they are already in the cloud, on their way there, or still have some questions, Pythian can help. Pythian Cloud Services combine more than 200 years of experience with multiple certifications in cloud platforms, including AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. So when you're ready, contact us at info@pythian.com.